Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Ramayana 267. As you may remember, Hanuman was about to take his big leap. Serpents were spitting virulent poison, and the rocks were burning because of the poisons. Even the rishis who were there were afraid to stay on the hill, and they left in a hurry, and also the Vidyadharas. They flew into the sky and stood watching the great Hanuman while he prepared himself to take the leap. He shook himself and roared, and it was like the rumbling of a thundercloud. He swung his large tail in the air, and the tail looked like an immense snake pulled by Garuda. He placed his two hands on the surface of the rock on which he stood. He shrunk his waist and folded his legs. He then thrust out his neck, and so he stood poised for the flight into the air. He looked far, and he held his breath. Then he turned to the monkeys and said, "I will go straight to Lanka as an arrow which is released from the bow of Rama. If I do not find Sita there, I will go to the heavens and look for her there. If she is not found even there, I will return to Lanka and bring Ravana with me, bound hand and foot. I will somehow return with success. I may even uproot the city and bring it with me. I will succeed." Hanuman was so confident that he had no doubt about his ability to find Sita. Thinking that he was Garuda himself, the great Hanuman jumped up with great force. Because of the speed of his course, the trees on the mountain were pulled up by their roots. With the flowering trees rushing along with him, Hanuman entered the skies. The trees went with him some distance, and it seemed as though they were his well-wishers, who went with him some distance to make the journey fruitful. The sea was now a mass of flowers from the trees, which had fallen into it after accompanying the great Hanuman some distance. The sea was like the sky, which is lit up by myriads of stars. Hanuman coursed through the sky like a thundercloud driven by the air. His arms were like twin snakes, and it appeared as though he would drink the sky with his large mouth. And people from the celestial regions collected in the sky to see the magnificent sight. The very sea was in an uproar, caused by the speed with which Hanuman was passing by. His shadow was cast on the waters of the sea, and the shadow was 10 yojanas in breadth and 30 yojanas in length. He seemed to be a mountain which was flying in the air during the days before Indra cut off their wings. Only this mountain had no wings. He looked like the moon in a clouded sky as he plunged into the clusters of clouds which were trailing in the sky. Flowers rained on him from the heavens. Since the Devas were eager to have success attending on the mission of Hanuman, the sun did not hurt him with his scorching rays, and Vayu caressed him with his soft breeze. While he was thus storming through the air, the king of the oceans thought of honoring this messenger of Rama. He respected the kings of the race of Ikshvaku, and he thought, "I owe my very existence to the Sagara princes, and this Hanuman is trying to help a scion of that race. I must provide a halting place for him. Having rested a while, he can easily cover the remaining distance." He called for the mountain Menaka, which was submerged in the sea. He said, "You are able to grow large or small. I ask you now, grow larger and larger." Hanuman is now flying in the air with a desire to reach Lanka. He is going on a mission to help Rama. You and I are indebted to his ancestors, and it is but meet that we should remember it. You must rise up to the surface and provide a resting place for Hanuman. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.